You pick me up when I am low. That's what you get when you're a child. That's so much that I can say about the man I'm referring to. Jesus, 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 Jesus. All the praise belong to you.
Good Life Gospel Show with your host AJ, G Long, and Tiffany Johnson every Saturday morning. From 8 to 11 a.m. right here on AwesomeGodRadio.com.
The Good Life Gospel Show. Welcome to the Good Life. Here to help encourage your soul. Welcome to the Good
Life. Good Life Gospel Show. AJ is in the building. Thank you so very much for tuning in. We so appreciate you. We thank God for you. And we are excited about this season that God would have us in gospel radio. Listen, I did tell y'all earlier, but I'm going to invite you all again to come out to the Shiloh Baptist Church of Baltimore County. It's in Edgemere. Now, if you don't know how to get to Edgemere, guess what? I can help you. I'll pick you up if I have to. Just let me know if you want to make it to church on November 29th. We're celebrating our 117th church anniversary. And so God has been faithful there. He has been doing some great works through our Bishop Heber Brown. I mention that shout out again because I want to say I love my church family. I absolutely love my church family, and I thank you all for your support. Thank you so much for your encouragement. Thank you for helping my family and I just pick up the pieces. I just thank God for you, and I pray that you guys will have a blessed we have a blessed month, and we'll continue on. I pray that we meet the goal. And I want to give a shout out to my sister Kim Harrison, who has checked in and tuned in. Thank you so much, sis, for tuning in and checking in, and thank you so much. There's so much work to be done here in the body of Christ, and I appreciate your gifts as well as all of us coming together to make sure that we continue to glorify God in the way that he would want us to glorify him. So I would like to keep things rolling just in terms of what our top 10 things that we should be thankful and grateful for. Top 10 things that we should be thankful and grateful for. So number 8, gotta get down to number 8. I know I'm moving in AJ's pace. Number 8, we got to thank God for our trials and our tribulations. We have to put our trials and our tribulations on the list. We have to really take time to thank God for the trials and the tribulations. We have to thank God for it because it's part of the testimony. It's part of how we have overcome. Last week I shared about Kirk Franklin having a conversation on a radio station where it was just some issues with his mom, of course, his sister. And after he embraced his sister, it was a bit of some stuff going on in the household, and mom got up and she left. And of course, it hurt Kirk. But then he said to everyone in the station, you know, the trials and the tribulations, out of that came the music. It came all of what he's doing now in his season. So it's important for us to recognize that out of the trials and the tribulations, great things happen in the midst of our trials and our tribulations. I know sometimes it's hard to really bring about a positive mindset if you're going through something and it's been lingering around for some time. You ought to be grateful and thankful to know that on the other side of this, if the enemy would have me to go through this, if God allows something to come that's just taken us so long to get through, there must be some greatness that's going to come through this, so that you're going to come in full head-on collision with immediately after you get through this. Oh my goodness, I just got excited all by myself. I'm telling you, as you go through it, when you get through the other side, if it took that long for you to get there, there must be something great on the other side that you can celebrate before you get there, knowing, oh God, if you're going to allow me to endure this, I'm in anticipation, excited. I'm blessed to know what you're going to do when I get on the other side of this. And so many times we tuck our stories. We put them underneath a place where we don't want anybody to know what we've done. But the word says that all have sinned and fallen short from the glory of God. So sometimes our tests aren't things that we've done. Sometimes it's just situations and problems and things on our hearts that we were just victims of a circumstance. Well, guess what? Those things shouldn't be tucked either. If it's something you couldn't handle and you couldn't take care of, God's got that thing under control. But it is our job to recognize him in everything we go through. One thing that I will say this for sure, God is in control of everything. The mess, the good stuff, the bad stuff. I know sometimes people say God ain't in that. Guess what? God is in it. There is nothing on this earth that God isn't in. Either he allowed it or he is his permissive will. He's allowing things to go forward. It's still his will. If it's stuff that we have done that we can't really control within ourselves, our flesh is going crazy. Guess what? It may not be his will, but he's allowed it to happen. Guess what? He's a part of it, because guess what? In the old days, he would take us out. I don't want to go there. I just want to say that our trials and our tribulations are something that is worth us recognizing, and it's something that we have to acknowledge. Because we know that through all of this, God will take us to a place where he can really see us the way he created us. Amen. Through life has happened. Challenges, situations, thrown us off track. When we were kids, we just did because we were just children. Mama said go, you went. Mama said stop, you stop. Put your hands up. Okay, Ma, whatever you need us to do. Well, some of y'all ain't listening to nothing. But guess what? God is still working on you too. Me too. So, but there is a season where we just have to surrender as children do, and really give a God a childlike faith that says, I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do because I trust your way. I'm surrendering my own will and I'm giving up my will for your will. And guess what? In the test is really a test of how far or how long you're going to go before you give this to me. See, because after you give it to God, the pressure comes off. The weight then begins to shift. It's no longer a test when you start surrendering whatever that is to God. Not sure who I'm talking to, but if you're listening, you're tuned in, and you're still struggling with a decision, you're struggling with an issue, you've had something on your heart and on your mind way too long, don't carry that thing into Thanksgiving. Don't carry it into Christmas, until the holiday spirit. I'm trying to tell you something. Give it to God now and start shedding those things off of you. I created a word. This ain't a word. I created it. Declutter your life. Declutter your spirit. Because it is God's will for us to see him through everything that we go through. If it's too strong for you, if it's too powerful, lean on your brother and on your sister to the left and to the right. Raise your hand and say, I need help. God, help me. It's time. I'm done. I'm depleted. I don't have any more energy. I've given everything that I have, but it is time to surrender this thing to you. And so celebrate the trials in the tribulation. But one way to celebrate it is by giving God thanks. Just thank him for what he's doing in our midst. My God, you'll never see trouble the same after experiencing what God is saying through number 8. Make sure we celebrate the trials and the tribulations. Listen, I'm not going too far. I'll be right back. This track right here, I want to say a major shout out to Darren Saunders and Shannon Ramsey, who performed this track now live at our AGR launch. Thank you so much, sis and bro. We appreciate you. Y'all keep us locked. Awesome God Radio, Good Life Gospel Show.
Can't believe that I'm a follower. Looking back, I was a leader.